I was still standing behind the willow when the music started soft, romantic, desperate. The DJ lights cut through the branches like they were trying to erase a century of roots. My sister's wedding, or more accurately, her $5.2 million gamble. I don't think she ever expected me to show up. Not after everything. Not after him. But I was there calm, silent, and ready. Because today wasn't her wedding. Today was my confession. We weren't always enemies. She used to braid my hair before school, whispering that we were two halves of the same heartbeat. I believed her. I was naive enough to think sisterhood was unbreakable. Then he entered the picture, Daniel. My first love. My first real mistake. He wasn't extraordinary, just steady. Gentle. A man who knew how to look at you like you were gravity. And I fell. Hard. My sister loved that. Not because she was happy for me, but because she finally had something I wanted. The shift started small. A message typed and deleted on his phone. A change in his schedule he couldn't explain. A perfume that wasn't mine on his jacket, sweet, familiar, poisonous. I didn't react. I didn't ask. Instead, I watched. People reveal their truth, not through their lies, but through their patterns. Daniel stopped laughing as much around me. My sister stopped talking about him at all. That silence was my evidence. Until the night I walked downstairs and saw them, her robe slipping off her shoulder, his shirt half-buttoned, both of them whispering like cowards in the dark. She looked at me with wide eyes, like she wanted forgiveness. He looked at me like he wanted mercy. They got neither. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I didn't tell them I knew. Instead, I made tea. I sat across from them the next morning, listening as they lied about nothing and everything. She talked about cousin work. He talked about late meetings, and I nodded like a good little sister who couldn't smell the betrayal on them. Because reacting gives power. Planning takes it back. And I planned. Planned in silence. Planned for months. Planned for today. Grandma's trust had one condition. The first granddaughter to marry inherits the entire $5.20 M estate. My sister always wanted that money. She wanted the house, the land, the history that wasn't hers. So she rushed the wedding, booked the DJ, built the stage beneath the willow, our childhood sanctuary, so she could take pictures wrapped in a legacy she never cared about. Daniel proposed to her exactly 10 weeks after betraying me. But he didn't know I had contacted Grandma's attorney before he ever kneeled. He didn't know that the trust allowed private, undisclosed marriage ceremonies to legally count so long as they were documented. He didn't know I had already married someone else. Quietly. Legally. Perfectly. He also didn't know who. When the officiant asked if anyone objected, I stepped forward, not dramatically, not angrily, just present. The DJ cut the music. People turned. My sister froze mid-smile. Daniel stared at me like I had crawled out of his past. I'm not here to object, I said. I'm here to inform. Her fingers tightened around the bouquet. He swallowed hard. I handed the attorney the envelope, my marriage certificate. Dated. Signed. Stamped. Their faces drained simultaneously. It was almost artistic. You took my fiancé, I said softly. I took the estate. Gasps. Whispers. Confusion. But not from me. I had already lived through the worst part. Daniel stepped forward. Who did you marry? A familiar voice answered behind them. I did. My sister turned, and there he was. Her ex-boyfriend. The one she cheated on years earlier. The one she replaced without remorse. The one I found again months ago and quietly built something real with. her past betrayal, my present justice. His eyes weren't guilty. They were proud. My sister looked at the two men, one she stole, one she lost, and realized she had finally been outplayed. Daniel knew, in that moment, he wasn't the one who took my place. He was the one who lost his. The wedding dissolved. Guests left. The willow stood still, watching like it had for a century. My sister tried to speak to me, apologies, excuses, trembling breaths, but I didn't stop walking. Some betrayals don't require forgiveness. Some wounds heal only when justice is quiet, clean, and irreversible. I didn't take the estate for revenge. I took it because it was mine. Because she tried to steal everything I loved and ended up losing everything she wanted. As I reached the car, I looked back once. Not at her. Not at him. At the willow. Still standing. Just like me.